Click the bell icon to get latest videos from Ekeeda.
Hello friends, in this particular video we will learn the frequency response at the higher side, that is called as a high frequency response with higher cutoff frequency. Okay, so we require one particular cutoff frequency at the high frequency response, so we will say that the frequency is called as a higher cutoff frequency, and we will learn this with a very simple circuit called as a RC network. Okay, and this RC network, when capacitor is in between input and output, in series with input and output, and shunt resistance is placed in between input and output, I can say that this particular RC network is responsible for the higher frequency analysis. Okay, so we will say that circuit for HF analysis, that is high frequency analysis. So now I want the analysis in terms of frequency along with the gain, or gain along with the frequency, gain with respect to frequency. So first of all, we'll have to convert this complete circuit in frequency domain. So we will say that after applying frequency domain, we will represent this C as 1 upon Cs. So with Laplace term, we will be getting 1 upon Cs. This resistance will be as it is because it is independent of frequency. Okay, this input will be the function of the frequency S in radian per second, and output also the function of the frequency S in radian per second. Now how the gain will change? Gain means output voltage divided by input voltage will get, that ratio will get changed as far as the frequency change is concerned. So we will learn step by step. So first of all, we have learned that this is particularly frequency domain circuit for my high frequency response with higher cutoff frequency. So we will learn how to get the gain first, right? So gain we will get by VDR. So we'll get this gain by applying VDR. We will say that VO of S divided by VI of S is equal to, we'll just get the VOS in terms of VI of S just by saying that R divided by 1 upon Cs plus R. Okay, so we'll say this resistance, shunt resistance, plus the summation of shunt resistance and the capacitive reactance which is placed in the series. So this will be your term which will be getting as your voltage gain. Okay, so we will say that this particular voltage gain, I'll simplify it further. So we will get, this is your RCS divided by RCS plus 1. Okay, so RCS upon RCS plus 1 we have got, and then we will move further. So far so good, we have got RCS divided by RCS plus 1. Now we will just try to modify this particular term as 1 upon 1 plus 1 upon RCS. This is some change we required, that's why I did it. So we will say that whatever gain I have got, that is in terms of, we'll write in terms of j omega, replacing S by j omega, and further I will replace it by 2 pi f, that is nothing but omega only. So this will become 1 upon 1 plus 1 upon RC j omega. Okay, so we will say that whatever j we have got at the denominator, we'll place it at this particular numerator. So it will become minus j. So whatever we have got, that is 1 minus j into 1 upon, I will replace this omega by 2 pi f again. We will say that this will become RC 2 pi into f. Now whatever we have got, this particular RC into 2 pi, I will not write this as RC into 2 pi only, I will change this. I will say that this is nothing but your value of higher cutoff frequency FH is equal to 1 upon 2 pi RC, right? And this is called as higher cutoff frequency. Actually, it is a low cutoff frequency, but we'll make use of this frequency in your high frequency amplifier cases. So it is a high cutoff frequency. Okay, so this will be a high cutoff frequency. We'll incorporate this particular FH instead of this particular value, that is 1 upon RC into 2 pi. Right? So whatever value we will be getting in the form of voltage gain. So voltage gain we will be getting as voltage gain, right? So that will be VO of j omega divided by VI of j omega is equal to 1 upon 1 plus or minus j into this 1 upon RC into 2 pi we have got, that I will replace it by f of h and divide by f. So this will become fh divided by f. Simple. Now I don't want voltage gain on y-axis when we are relating with respect to your frequency on the logarithmic scale. We want the magnitude of that particular gain. So basically we are more or less interested in terms of strength, in terms of magnitude only. So VO of j omega divided by VI of j omega, magnitude will become 1 upon square root of 1 minus plus into f of h divided by f the whole square. Now as far as this magnitude is concerned, we will learn case by case. Okay, we will change the frequency with respect to this particular fh. First of all, we'll consider the value of frequency which is very less than that of fh. Then we will consider the value of f which is very greater than that of fh. And after all these two cases, we will consider at one particular point of the value of f is equal to fh, and we'll find out what are the different values of voltage gain we will be getting, and depending on that we will plot a curve and we will say that how your voltage gain is changing with respect to your frequency in logarithmic scale. Okay, so we will understand the case number 1, where I am saying that frequency is very less than fh, right? If frequency is very less than fh, I can say that f divided by or I can say fh divided by f, right? fh divided by f is very greater than 1, right? So fh divided by f is very higher than that of 1. I can say that I will neglect the value of 1. Very nice. So we will be getting the value of VO j omega divided by VI j omega, and the magnitude of that will become 1 is neglected, fh upon f the whole square ka square root will become fh upon f only, and here we will be getting f upon fh, right? And I am saying that f is very less than the value of fh. So as f is less, right, and f is tending towards 0, then your value of voltage gain will be less and tending towards 0, right? So if f is tending towards 0 from fh to 0, AV also will move from a particular value to 0th value. Okay, so far in case number 1 we have understood, we have concluded that as my frequency is decreases from the value of fh to the value towards 0 scale, then your value of voltage gain as well decreases towards 0 side. So it's a linear case. Next, we'll understand the case number 2. There we will say that f is much greater than the value of fh. So case number 2, we have to consider that the value of f is much greater than the value of fh. I can also say from this particular term, fh divided by f is also much less than 1. If it is much less than 1, I can say that this particular value fh upon f I can neglect, right? So ultimately I will be getting voltage gain as VO j omega divided by VI j omega in magnitude term, that will become 1. And basically I will be getting this value 1 indicates that whatever input I am passing, I'll get that particular output as it is without any decremental value of voltage. So I can say that this is nothing but your maximum value. I can say that this is nothing but your AVM, right? So this is case number 2 where I can conclude that as frequency increases beyond the value of fh, my value of voltage gain will become constant and it is reaching towards the value of maximum value of voltage gain. Okay, so let's understand these two parameters we have discussed. F is two cases we have discussed rather, in f is less than fh and f is much greater than fh. So why should I not consider the particular value of f where f is equal to fh, right? Now we can easily say that if f is equal to fh, this particular ratio will become 1. 1 ka square will become 1. 1 plus 1 is 2. So ultimately your value will become VO of j omega divided by VI of j omega, that will become 1 upon square root of 2, right? And this I also can say that this is nothing but AV of maximum divided by square root of 2, right? So far we have discussed 3 cases, and from these 3 cases I can again conclude that as frequency increases from 0 to fh, your value of voltage gain increases and increases. As frequency f is equal to fh, your value of voltage gain is reaching towards the maximum value, but it is not reached towards the maximum value, but its value will become AVM, that is maximum value of voltage gain divided by root 2. Okay, then as frequency moves further towards higher side of fh, then your value will become constant and it will reach towards the higher value AVM. Okay, so we'll plot that frequency response curve again, and then we'll get to know that how it will give you the idea of the frequency response towards the higher side. So we will say that again, this is nothing but your maximum value, this is nothing but your voltage gain parameter, right? Let us understand that this is nothing but your maximum value on y-axis will be getting, that is AVM. Okay, here in this case for RC network we have got the value 1. Okay, and let's say this is nothing but the value of fh we have got. As we all know that in case number 1 we have considered that as frequency reduces below the value of fh, your value of gain reaching towards 0, right? And at the particular value of fh, your value of voltage gain is reaching towards maximum value, but it is not at maximum value. It is AVM divided by root 2. In this case, we will be getting 1 upon root 2. Okay, we will move further. If value of f increases, then after one particular value fh, f is equal to fh, after that we'll be getting constant value with a maximum value of voltage gain for that particular circuit. and this is nothing but the high frequency response of a particular circuit, where your x-axis is your frequency is logarithmic scale and y-axis represents your voltage gain in magnitude form. Okay, so far we have discussed about the higher frequency side, where we have got three cases. This is the first case, this is the second case, and this particular case is third case, where frequency changes, your voltage gain changes. Okay, so stay tuned for further videos. There we will learn the multi-stage amplifier frequency response, BJT amplifier frequency response, JFET amplifier frequency response, with the help of these two frequency response at the lower and higher side. Okay, so learn more and more Ekeeda videos and learn more and more ADC2 from with me. Thank you so much.